Hey guys, we're doing our algebra review unit. This is unit 1A. I know it's kind of weird. We have 5 lessons, I think, in this unit, and each one's going to consist of a little bit of vocabulary at the beginning, and where applicable, a Desmos trick at the end. Okay? We should be able to get through these 5 lessons in 2 class periods. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is review our vocabulary. Evaluating expressions is very mathy, and I don't know if we actually remember what it means. Okay, so an expression is a math sentence with at least 2 terms and at least 1 operation. What does that mean? That means is this 3x plus 2xy minus 11 is an expression. What I'm saying is 3x is a term, 2xy is a term, and 11 is a term. So I have 3 terms. So I have at least 2. I actually have 3 terms. The plus sign is 1 operation, and the minus sign is another operation. So I have 2 operations. So this definitely meets my criteria. An expression that has 3 terms and 2 operations definitely fits the definition. Also, it does not have an equal sign. If it has an equal sign, it's an equation, right? Equal equation. But it does not, so it's an expression. And a variable, just to remind you, is a letter that can represent any number at all, any number we want. So if I say k plus 3, k could be 1,000,000. K could be -7. K could be 1/2. It doesn't matter. It can be anything k wants to be, right? It's the 21st century. Okay. Evaluate, right? So we talked what an expression is. Evaluate is just a fancy math way of saying substitution. Okay? Like in a sports game, one player is called off the field, another player is substituted in for the first player. If you want to check out this link, it was just a 45-second link about some poor soccer player who got, his teammate was high-fiving him as he was coming, they were substituting for each other, and he got poked in the eye during this high-five incident. It was kind of, it's sad. But anyway, I don't have time in the video to show you, but if you want to see it, you can go and pull it up. All right, so let's do this in math. Let's do our evaluating expressions. We're going to substitute, but instead of football players, we're substituting math. So look at this expression. We've got 4x plus 6. It's got 2 terms and 1 operator, no equal sign, so it is an expression. And I'm telling you x is 4. So I'm going to substitute 4 in for x. I take the x out, and I put the 4 in. Okay? If I go to Desmos and check this out, 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 6 is 22. Okay? I'm not asking you to do the math yet. I'm just asking you to understand the process. Okay, now we're going to change the jersey number. We're going to change how we do this, and I'm going to say instead of jersey number 4, I'm substituting a player in. So I'm taking 4 out. I am putting -8 in this time. Okay, so I'm going to take the x out. I put the -8 in. 4 times -8 is -32. -32 plus 6 is -26. Okay, check my math if you don't trust me. And you probably want to check my math. Okay? So that's how we do this math-wise. If you need to review that, just go back and watch it again on the video. I'm going to keep doing some examples, so don't panic. Okay? This one got messed up. Sorry about that. So what I want you to do now is I want you to solve this on your own. 10 plus m if m equals -2. So substitute -2 into the expression. Now I want you to do 6c cubed if c equals 4. So take 4, take c out, put 4 in, and see what you get. Okay? Use Desmos. Use parentheses in Desmos for this one because you're multiplying. Okay? Now I want you to do 10a minus 3 if a equals 2. So you're going to take the 2, you're going to plug it in for the a, and see what you get. Okay? So now let's check our answers. If I put -2 in for 10, I get 8. If I put 4 in for C, remember the parentheses, I get 384. And if I put 2 in for A, I'm going to get 10 times 2 minus 3. Oh my goodness, that's the wrong answer, Miss Barnett. You put the wrong answer on the screen. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just did that. That is not the right answer. It's actually 17. I'm going to try and fix that right now. Hold on. Nothing to see here. I fixed it. 17. Okay. If you're not getting the right answers, make sure that you're putting the parentheses on, okay? If you are completely baffled how I got these answers, please raise your hand now and ask for help from a teacher. Okay, so I can explain to you and we can do it together. All right, so let's go ahead and do a practice in Desmos. Okay, so this first Desmos one, well, that's pretty self-explanatory. So what I'm going to do, let's go to Desmos here. Whoops, that was left over from my last practice. I'm going to type in the equation, 3x minus x, and then remember to get my squared symbol, I click on the keyboard and see where it says a squared? I'm going to click a squared and it puts the square symbol right there. But my problem said x is -6, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the x out and I'm going to put a -6 in. And I put parentheses there. And I'm going to take the x out, I'm going to put parentheses in, and I'm going to put the -6 in again. Okay? And I end up with -54, and I think the wrong answer is going to show up on the slide when I do it. Yeah, I put in -18, and that's not right either. Let's fix that, shall we? What was it, -54? See, Miss Barnett makes lots of mistakes when it's late and she's in a hurry, and she doesn't, oh my goodness, and she doesn't write it down. I hit the wrong thing. Okay, so let's check this one out. This is a different way to do it. I'm going to show you a different way to do it. So you can just type it straight into Desmos, right? Whoops. Or you can do it this way. So let's do this. So this is typing it straight into Desmos. Don't forget your parentheses, and you'll get -54. Okay? Let's try this one. I've got -4g. Oh, this is weird. I'm going to explain that in a second. I need it to be cubed, right? So I'm going to go down here, keyboard, and I see a to the b power right here. The fourth one on the top row there. I'm going to click on that. Now I can type my 3. I'm going to right arrow. So the bottom right corner of your keyboard, your actual keyboard there where you type on with your fingers, there's an arrow pointing to the right. Click that, and then it'll go back to normal. And I'm going to click my H, and I want my H to be squared. So I can either click the A squared button and put the 2 on it, or I can click the AB and put a 2. Okay. Now this is my sliders, and it says I have, what it's allowing me to do is now I can put a value in for G and a value in for H. So I'm going to click the All button, and instead of 1, G isn't 1. I don't want G to be 1. G is not 1. That's not what they told me. They told me G was 2. So I'm going to change that 1 to a 2. I'm substituting. I'm taking the 1 out. I'm substituting the 2 in. Okay, and my H is 4. So I'm taking the H out of my equation, I'm putting the 4 in, and look what it tells me. It gave me my answer right there. No math involved. All right? This is how you can evaluate or do substitution. All right? So now you're done with the notes. You're going to go on to your practice, and then the mastery check for lesson 1, and then you'll move on to lesson 2. Yay!